Let me think about it. I need to talk to my fiance first. It's simply out of our budget. As a mobile DJ, it is simply excruciating to hear these objections when you don't know how to handle them. Hi, I'm Joe Bunn, and I'm gonna share with you my responses to common sales objections I get when I'm doing DJ consultations. If you guys need help with your mobile DJ business, this is the place to look. Please subscribe to this channel. We are gonna post new videos every single week. So I'm the founder of Bunn DJ Company. We have 6 locations in 5 different states. We're one of the biggest mobile DJ companies in the United States, I think. Also, I'm the founder of what's called the DJ's Vault, which is basically like a Netflix for information for DJs like yourself. So as the founder of the DJ's Vault, I do a lot of talking with my members on Facebook and in surveys. And one of the biggest challenges is how to overcome these sales objections. I mean, here's the problem. We're mobile DJs, right? We're not salesmen. We've never been taught how to sell. So today, I'm gonna give you some of my responses for dealing with some of these common sales objections. So what is an objection? An objection is basically a signal from your prospective client that they are not going to buy with you. Here are the 4 steps for handling an objection. Number 1, listen to what your client is saying. Number 2, express an understanding of what they are saying. In fact, repeat it back to them. Number 3, give a compelling and specific response. And then number 4, finally, check in to make sure you've addressed their complaint. So let's look at 3 common objections we see all the time as DJs. So the first one we usually get is, you're too expensive, or my budget is X number and that number is way too low. So I always want to say, you get what you pay for, but then I kind of come off sounding like a jerk, right? So what I really do is at the beginning of a consultation, which usually takes place in this very room, I sit them down and somehow in the conversation at the beginning, I really try and assess what the value of the DJ is for the entire reception. You could even ask them like 1 to 10, how important is the DJ at your reception? And right off the bat, you're assessing what they think the value is. So if they say 8 or 9, you're like, okay, this is the kind of couple that I'm looking for. This is the kind of couple that will pay top dollar for my DJ services. So once I assess that value, I'm like, you guys are my ideal client. You really value a good DJ, good music, a party. Am I right? And so basically I'm just asking them to affirm that yes, being or having a good DJ is super high on their list of priorities. Now, I will say this as well. Here at Bunn DJ Company, we give the price right when people inquire, so they don't sit here on that very sofa and have this shell shock when we get to the last slide of the presentation. Somehow at the beginning of that meeting, really try and establish how important it is for them to have a great DJ at their wedding. I mean, honestly, you're almost there because they're here. And again, if you gave them the pricing when they inquired via email or phone, and they're here now, if you're breathing, you should be able to book this show. The second objection we get a lot of is, let me think about it. You know what, to be fair, this is an objection, I get that, but a lot of times it's true. Let's say you meet with just the bride or the bride and the groom. Oftentimes they're not the decision maker. You know, one of their parents possibly is paying for the wedding. So they really do have to think about it or take it to somebody else. You know, I know DJs that do the old, let me leave the room for a little while and let you guys talk about it tactic. You don't have to use any sort of used car salesman tactics at all. We basically here at Bunn DJ Company meet with people and tell them right to their face, you have a week to make a decision. We'll hold the date for you. Don't sweat it. And people love us for that. They love, love, love us for that. And honestly, normally within 48 hours, we hear back from them and we book the show. Like I said, we're way over 95% booking if people actually take a consultation. For a bonus tip dealing with a COVID-related objection, stick around till the end of this. Now let's talk about the third thing, ghosting. In other words, just completely cutting off all communication. It's pretty easy to do in this day and age of communicating via email and text, right? So here's what we do for ghosting. We have a drip series of emails that are going to go out through DJ Event Planner, which is the CRM we use to keep track of all of our clients. And in these automated emails, they'll go out every, let's say, 3 days, and then another 3 days, and then another 3 days. And then the final one is simply a simple, nice, sometimes even funny email that just says, hey, I know you're busy. This is the last time I'm gonna follow up, but please, if you still need a DJ, reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. And I'll be honest with you, we've reached out to people 5, 6, 7 times, and sometimes on that 6th or 7th time, we'll rally them back up, and all of a sudden they'll just say, you know what, I'm so sorry, I've been busy with my job, planning fell through the cracks, and we definitely want to meet with you. So please follow up with your people. Don't let them ghost you. All right, so you remember that bonus tip I promised you? Here it is. So during the era of COVID, you're gonna get a lot of this. I'm having a much smaller wedding, our budget is reduced, so on and so forth. And here's what I usually say. I completely understand where you're coming from. However, the DJ is gonna have to work just as hard, in fact, probably even harder to keep 25 or 50 people on the dance floor versus if you had 150 or 200. It's the same amount of gear, same amount of planning, same amount of music prep, same amount of work, so we usually charge the same thing. That's my bonus tip. All right, guys, that's about it. For more tips on booking a client during a sales consultation, check out our videos below. In addition, I've made the exact sales presentation we use here at Bunn DJ Company available for you. We call it the Wedding Closing Machine. Check it out right below. Oh, and again, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel. Also, if you want to, check out thedjsvault.com. It's a membership community of over 1,200 mobile event DJs, or you can check out the DJ's Vault on Facebook as well. Thanks for watching.